Welcome back to the USA English Podcast. I'm Erica.
And I'm Marco. On this platform, our mission is to guide you toward natural English through authentic conversations, straightforward explanations, and practical everyday subjects. Our goal is to help you speak English more comfortably and with greater confidence, one step at a time.
We want English to feel useful, friendly, and easy to apply in real-life situations, and today's subject is extremely important for many students.
Yes, today we're discussing how to speak during a student visa interview in English. This is a highly valuable topic because many students feel anxious before this type of interview. They might know the answers in their native language, but they struggle to express them clearly in English.
That's true. A student visa interview isn't just about grammar. It's also about confidence, clarity, and delivering honest responses in a straightforward manner.
In this session, we'll show you numerous essential phrases and simple answers for common interview questions. We'll cover greetings, self-introductions, study plans, university selection, finances, future aspirations, and how to appear calm and well-prepared.
So, if you appreciate learning with us, please give this video a thumbs up and subscribe to the Leo English Podcast. And don't forget to click the notification bell so you never miss a new lesson.
All right, let's dive right in. Erica, how are you doing today?
I'm doing well, thank you. I feel quite focused today because I had a very structured morning. I made tea, went over my notes, and prepared for this lesson ahead of time.
That sounds very Erica.
I'll take that as a compliment. How about you?
I'm good too, but a little nervous.
Really? What's making you nervous?
Because whenever I hear the words interview practice, I suddenly feel like someone is about to grill me with tough questions.
That is actually very normal. Even if it's just practice, I start sitting up straighter and thinking, "Good morning, sir. Good morning, ma'am. I am here today because..."
That's funny, but also useful. What did you get up to this weekend?
This weekend, I met my cousin for coffee. He wants to study abroad next year, so he was asking me about interview questions.
Oh, that fits today's topic perfectly.
Yes. He said, "What if they ask me why I chose this university?" Then 5 minutes later, he said, "What if I forget my own name?"
That sounds dramatic, but many students feel exactly like that.
Exactly. What about you? What did you do this weekend?
I spent some time reading and organizing lesson ideas. I also spoke to a former student who had a visa interview a few months ago. She mentioned that the most important thing was staying calm and answering simply.
That makes sense. Sometimes people think they need very complicated English.
Yes, but simple and clear English is often better than complex English with mistakes.
I agree. I think many learners need to hear that.
Definitely. Speaking of interviews, today's topic is very practical. Yes, today we're going to discuss how to respond to common student visa interview questions in English, and we'll teach many useful phrases you can start using immediately.
So, let's move to the main conversation. Let's begin with the most fundamental question, Marco. What exactly is a student visa interview?
A student visa interview is a conversation with an officer. The officer asks questions to understand why you want to study in that country, which school you've chosen, how you'll pay for it, and what your plans are.
Exactly. The officer wants to determine if you are a genuine student with a clear study plan, so your responses should be honest, clear, and direct.
I think that word genuine is important. What does genuine mean?
Good question. Genuine means real, honest, and authentic. So a genuine student is someone who truly wants to study.
Ah, I see. So the interview isn't about using big vocabulary, it's about showing a real purpose.
Exactly. That's the first lesson. Many students think they need to sound very advanced, but that's not always necessary. Simple, natural English is often more effective.
So if I say, I want to pursue my educational aspirations in an internationally competitive environment, that sounds a bit too much.
It can sound too memorized. A better answer might be, I want to study in this country because the program fits my goals and offers strong practical learning.
That sounds much more natural.
Yes. Now let's go step by step through the interview. The first stage is greeting the officer.
Right. First impressions matter.
Exactly. Useful phrases are good morning, good afternoon, good morning, officer, how are you today? Although not every student says that. You can also say, it's nice to meet you.
Is nice to meet you okay in a visa interview?
Yes, it can be okay if it feels natural, but often a simple good morning is sufficient. So maybe don't try to sound too friendly, just respectful.
Exactly. Calm and respectful is best. Then the officer may ask, "Why are you here today?" And a simple answer could be, "I'm here for my student visa interview."
Yes, or I'm here to apply for a student visa, or I'm here for my visa appointment. That's easy and clear.
Then maybe the officer asks, "Can you introduce yourself?"
Yes, that is very common. Good phrases include my name is, I'm from, I recently completed my, I plan to study, I have been accepted into, I would like to continue my education in.
Let me try one. My name is Marco Martin. I'm from Brazil. I recently completed my bachelor's degree in business, and I have been accepted into a master's program in marketing.
Excellent. That is a strong, clear introduction. You can also add one more sentence like, I'm excited to continue my studies and build my professional skills.
Nice. So a self-introduction doesn't need to be too long.
Exactly. 2 to 4 sentences are enough. The next common question is, why do you want to study abroad? Reputable means respected and trusted. So, a reputable university is a university with a good name and strong reputation.
Good word. Now what about the question, why did you choose this university?
Very important question. Useful phrases are, I chose this university because the university offers a specialized program in. I was impressed by the curriculum. The faculty has strong experience in this field. I like the balance between theory and practice. The university has excellent facilities. I found that the course modules match my academic interests.
That sounds very solid. Let me try an example. I chose this university because its computer science program focuses on data analysis and practical projects. I was also impressed by the course structure and the university's research environment.
Excellent. That answer sounds specific, and specificity is very important in visa interviews, so students should know details about the university and the program.
Yes, they should know the university name, the course length, and a few specific reasons why they chose it.
Course length is important too, right?
Very important. The officer may ask, "How long is your course?" Good answers include, "My course lasts for 1 year." The program duration is 2 years. It is a 3-year undergraduate program. The course begins in September and finishes in June.
That's simple. Students should also know when the course starts.
Yes, the officer may ask, "When does your course start?" Useful answers are, "My course starts in September." The program begins on the 15th of September. Orientation starts in late August and classes begin in early September.
Orientation means the first introduction period at the university.
Right, exactly. It is the time when new students learn about the university, campus rules, and schedules. Now let's talk about the course itself. The officer may ask, "What will you study?"
Yes, a clear answer is I will study, my major is, my program focuses on. The course covers subjects such as, I will be studying modules like, the program includes both theory and practice.
So a student can say, "I will study mechanical engineering. My program focuses on design, production systems, and industrial problem solving."
Very good. Another strong phrase is, This program will help me build the skills I need for my future career.
I like that. It connects study to future goals.
Exactly. That connection is very important. The officer wants to see a clear academic and career plan. So the next natural question is probably, why did you choose this course?
Yes, this is one of the most important questions. Strong phrases include, I chose this course because I have a strong interest in, I have an academic background in, this course is the next step in my educational journey. I want to deepen my knowledge in this field. This subject matches my long-term career goals.
Let me try. I chose this course because I studied economics during my bachelor's degree, and I want to deepen my knowledge in finance. I believe this program is the right next step for my career.
Excellent. That sounds focused and logical. What if the student is changing fields a little?
Then the student should explain the connection clearly. For example, although my previous degree was in business, I developed a strong interest in digital marketing through internships and projects. That is why I decided to apply for this program. Oh, that's useful. So even a change is okay if the reason is clear. Exactly. Clarity matters more than having a perfect straight line. Now, let's talk about money. I think this is one of the most stressful parts. Yes, finances are a major part of the interview. Common questions include, who will pay for your education? How will you support yourself? Do you have enough funds? What is your source of income? Who is your sponsor?
Erica, sponsor. What does sponsor mean?
A sponsor is the person or organization that pays for your education or living costs. It could be a parent, guardian, scholarship provider, or sometimes the student personally.
Okay. So if my parents are helping me, I can say, my parents are sponsoring my education.
Exactly. Other useful phrases are, my education will be funded by. My father is my financial sponsor. My parents will cover my tuition and living expenses. I have personal savings. I have received a scholarship. I have enough funds to support my studies.
That sounds strong. Should the student sound confident here?
Yes, very confident and clear. Financial questions are serious. If the officer asks, how will you pay for your studies? A good answer is, my parents will cover my tuition fees and living expenses. They have stable income and sufficient savings.
Sufficient means enough, right?
Yes, exactly. Sufficient means enough for what is needed. Can the student mention documents too?
Yes, if necessary. For example, I have submitted my bank statements and financial documents. I can provide proof of funds. All the relevant financial documents are included in my application. That's useful.
What if the student is paying with a loan?
Then the student can say, I will fund my studies through my personal savings. I have been working for the past 3 years and have saved enough. I also have partial scholarship support. My tuition is covered by my savings, and I have funds for living costs.
So the key idea is to be honest, specific, and calm.
Exactly. The next major topic is accommodation.
Right. The officer might ask, where will you stay?
Yes. Good answers include, I have arranged accommodation near the university. I will stay in university housing. I have booked a student residence. I plan to stay in shared accommodation. I will live in an apartment close to campus. This is another area where students should know details.
Yes, at least basic details. For example, I have booked university accommodation for my first semester. Or, I will stay with my cousin who lives near the campus.
What about future plans? I feel like that is also a very important area.
Very important. The officer may ask, what will you do after graduation? Useful phrases are, after graduation, I plan to return to my home country. I would like to apply the knowledge I gained to my career back home. My long-term goal is to work in, I want to contribute to my field in my home country. This degree will help me qualify for better opportunities after I return.
So the student should connect the course to future work.
Yes, that is a very strong answer style. For example, after graduation, I plan to return home and work in the banking sector. This program will give me the international knowledge and practical skills I need for that career.
That sounds excellent. What if the student wants to say they may continue studying later?
That is okay too, but they should still sound clear. For example, after graduation, I plan to return home and gain work experience. In the future, I may continue my studies if it supports my career goals. So the answer should sound realistic, not dreamy.
Exactly. Realistic and grounded. Now, let's talk about one important question. Do you plan to work while studying?
That sounds tricky.
It can be. The answer should follow the rules of the visa and sound responsible. Good phrases include, "My main purpose is to study. If allowed by visa regulations, I may work part-time. However, my studies will remain my top priority. I understand the work limitations of a student visa."
That phrase, "my top priority," is great.
Yes, it means the most important thing. A strong answer is, "My main purpose is to study. If my visa allows part-time work, I may consider it, but my studies will remain my top priority."
That sounds careful and mature.
Exactly. The officer may also ask, "Do you have relatives or friends in that country?" Should the student answer honestly?
Always answer honestly. Good phrases are, "Yes, I have a cousin living there." "No, I do not have close relatives there." "I have a family friend, but my main purpose is study." "Although I know someone there, my decision is based on the academic value of the program."
That last phrase is very useful. Yes, because it brings the answer back to study. That is often a smart move.
Now, let's talk about behavior in the interview. How should a student sound?
Calm, respectful, and direct. Students should speak clearly, not too fast. They should listen carefully, answer the exact question, and avoid memorized speeches that sound unnatural.
What if the student doesn't understand the question?
Good question. Then they can use polite phrases like, "Could you please repeat the question?" "I'm sorry, could you say that again?" "Could you please speak a little more slowly?" "If I understood correctly, you are asking about..."
These are very useful phrases. I love "if I understood correctly." It gives you time to think.
Exactly. It helps you check the question and organize your answer. What about when you need a second to think?
That's normal. You can say, "Let me think for a moment." That's a good question. I would say, "As far as I know," "From what I understand." These are natural thinking phrases.
So silence is okay, but a small thinking phrase can help the answer feel smoother.
Exactly. But do not overuse them. Keep them natural. Let's do a short mock interview. I'll be the student.
Good idea.
Good morning.
Good morning. Why are you here today?
I'm here for my student visa interview.
Which university have you been admitted to?
I have been admitted to Westbridge University for a master's program in public health.
Why did you choose this university?
I chose this university because it offers a strong public health program with practical training and research opportunities. I was also impressed by the course structure and faculty background.
Why do you want to study this course?
I chose this course because I have a background in biology, and I want to develop my knowledge in community health and disease prevention. This program matches my long-term career goals.
Excellent. That is strong, clear, and natural.
Thank you. I felt like a serious person for a moment.
You were a serious person for a moment. Can we do another one with a weaker answer and then improve it?
Yes, that is very useful. I ask, "Why did you choose this country?" Answer, "Because it is a good country and I like it."
That answer is too short and too general. A better answer is, "I chose this country because it has a strong education system and internationally recognized universities. I also believe the learning environment will help me grow academically and professionally."
Oh, that's much better. It sounds focused.
Exactly. Another weak answer. Why this university? Because my friend told me it is good.
Yes, that sounds weak. A better answer is, I chose this university because its program content fits my academic goals. I also reviewed the course modules and found that the university offers strong practical learning and experienced faculty.
So, students should avoid vague answers. Yes, words like good, nice, or famous are not enough by themselves. Add real reasons.
What about nervous habits? Some students speak too fast.
That happens a lot. My advice is to take a breath before answering. Keep your sentences short, and remember that clear answers are stronger than long answers.
I think that is a big lesson. Short and clear is powerful.
Very powerful. Another good tip is to practice your own real answers, not copy someone else's exact script. Because if you memorize too much, you may sound unnatural.
Yes. And if the officer changes the question slightly, you may get lost. It is better to understand your own story and speak naturally.
So students should prepare key points, not robot answers. Exactly. Prepare your personal details, your course, your university, your reasons, your finances, your accommodation, and your future plan.
Let's give viewers a list of useful mini phrases they can remember.
Great idea. Here are many essential ones. My name is, I am from, I have completed, I have been accepted into, I am applying for, I chose this university because, I chose this course because, my academic background is in, my long-term goal is to, I plan to return to my home country after graduation, my parents are sponsoring my education, I have sufficient funds, my tuition fees are covered, my studies will be my top priority, I have arranged accommodation, the course starts in, the program lasts for, the curriculum matches my goals, I want to improve my knowledge and skills, I am interested in this field because...
That is already a great list, and we can add more. I believe this program is the right fit for me. I was impressed by the course structure. I value the practical learning opportunities. The university has a strong reputation. This subject is important for my future career. I would like to gain international experience. I want to contribute to my field in my home country. I understand the visa rules. If allowed, I may work part-time, but my studies come first. I can provide supporting documents if needed. I'm sorry, could you repeat the question? Could you please speak a little more slowly? Let me think for a moment. That's a good question. As far as I know, from what I understand.
These are excellent because they are simple and useful. Yes, and students can build answers from them.
I think honesty is another huge lesson.
Absolutely. If you do not know an answer, stay calm and answer honestly. Do not invent things, do not exaggerate.
Exaggerate means make something sound bigger or better than it really is.
Right, exactly. And that can make the answer sound suspicious. So honesty, clarity, and calmness, those are the three big ideas.
Yes, and preparation too. Right. Calmness is easier when you prepare.
Exactly. Before the interview, students should practice answering common questions out loud. They should know the exact name of the university, the course title, the course length, tuition costs, funding source, and future plan.
Should they practice every day?
If the interview is close, yes. Even 10 or 15 minutes a day can help. Practice speaking out loud, not only reading in your head.
That's a great tip. Speaking in your head feels easy. Speaking out loud is the real test.
Very true. Another helpful tip is to record yourself sometimes.
Really?
Yes. If you record your answers, you can hear if you are speaking too fast, using too many pauses, or sounding too memorized.
That's smart and maybe a little uncomfortable.
Yes, but useful. One last question. What should a student do if they make a small English mistake in the interview?
Do not panic. Just correct yourself naturally if needed and continue. One small mistake is not the end of the world. Communication matters more.
That's very reassuring.
Good, because many students need to hear that. A clear answer with one small grammar mistake is better than silence.
I completely agree. So let's end this part with one final sample answer. I ask, why should we approve your visa?
That sounds scary.
It can sound scary, but the answer can be simple. Try it.
I believe I am a genuine student with a clear academic plan. I have been accepted into a suitable program. I have financial support, and I intend to complete my studies and use this education to build my future career.
Excellent. That is a very strong ending answer.
Thank you. I feel ready for a pretend visa interview now.
Good. And hopefully our viewers do too. Now, let's review some important words and phrases from this lesson.
You know, Erica, while we were talking, we used many useful words and phrases. Let's go over them carefully.
Yes, please. This part always helps me remember things more clearly.
First word, genuine. This means real, honest, and true.
Right. We used it when we talked about a genuine student.
Exactly. For example, she is a genuine student with clear goals. Or, the officer wants to see a genuine purpose for study. And you can also say, his interest in the program is genuine.
Very good. A useful tip is that genuine is often used for honest intention. What makes a student sound genuine in an interview?
Clear answers, honest reasons,
and real details. Great answer. Next word, sponsor. This means a person or group that pays for something, like a parent sponsoring a student's education.
Exactly. For example, my father is my sponsor, or she has a financial sponsor for her studies. Another example is, my sponsor will cover my tuition fees.
Perfect. A related phrase is financial sponsor. Who is the most common sponsor for students?
Usually parents or family members. Yes. Next word, sufficient. This means enough for what is needed. We use that with money.
Exactly. For example, I have sufficient funds for my studies, or their savings are sufficient to support 1 year of study. And you can also say, we have sufficient time to prepare.
Very good. A simpler synonym is enough. Which sounds stronger in an interview?
I think sufficient sounds a little more formal. I agree. Next word, curriculum. This means the subjects and course content in a program of study.
Ah, yes. That's an important university word. Yes. For example, I reviewed the curriculum before applying. Or, the curriculum matches my academic goals. Another example is, this curriculum includes both theory and practice.
Excellent. A useful note is that curriculum is often used for the whole study plan, not one class. Do you think students should know their curriculum before the interview?
Definitely. At least the main subjects and focus areas. Very true. Next word, accommodation. This means the place where you live or stay.
Another useful interview word, exactly. For example, I have arranged my accommodation. Or, university accommodation is close to campus. And you can also say, I will stay in shared accommodation.
Perfect. A related phrase is student residence. What kind of accommodation sounds most common for new students?
University housing or a student residence. Good. Next word, duration. This means how long something lasts, like the duration of a course.
Exactly. For example, the course duration is 2 years. Or, please tell me the duration of your program. And you can also say, the interview lasts only a few minutes, but it feels longer.
That is true. A simpler word is length. Which phrase sounds good in an interview?
The program duration is 1 year. Excellent. Next word, reputation. This means the opinion people have about something, usually based on quality or history.
We used it for universities, yes. For example, the university has a strong reputation. Or, this department has an excellent academic reputation. Another example is, I chose the school because of its good reputation in engineering.
Very nice. A useful note is that reputation can be good or bad, but in interviews it is usually positive. What gives a university a strong reputation?
Good teaching, strong research, and successful graduates. Great answer. Next word, priority. This means the most important thing.
We used, my studies will be my top priority. Exactly. For example, my education is my main priority. Or, her top priority is completing the course successfully. And you can also say, my first priority is my academic progress.
Excellent. This word is very useful when talking about study and part-time work. What should be a student's top priority?
Their studies, of course. Exactly. Next word, practical. This means related to real action, use, or experience, like practical learning.
Yes. For example, I value practical learning opportunities. Or, the course includes practical training. Another example is, I want practical skills for my future job.
Perfect. The opposite can be theoretical, which means based more on ideas than real action. Do students usually like practical learning?
Yes, because it helps them feel ready for work. Very true. Next word, relevant. This means connected to the topic or useful for the situation.
We use that with documents. Exactly. For example, I have submitted all relevant documents. Or, this work experience is relevant to my course. And you can also say, please bring all relevant financial papers.
Very good. A useful tip is that relevant information is information that directly matters to the question. Why is relevance important in interviews?
Because long answers with irrelevant details can confuse the officer. Excellent. Last word, confident. This means feeling sure and calm about yourself.
One of the most important words in interviews, yes. For example, try to sound calm and confident. Or, She gave a confident answer without speaking too fast. And you can also say, I feel more confident after practicing.
Perfect. Confidence does not mean acting too proud. It means being prepared and clear. What helps you feel confident before speaking?
Practice, breathing slowly, and knowing my key points. Great answer. Now let's quickly review all the vocabulary words. Genuine, sponsor, sufficient, curriculum, accommodation, duration, reputation, priority, practical, relevant, and confident.
Erica, quick meanings. Genuine means real and honest. Sponsor means someone who pays. Sufficient means enough. Curriculum means the course content. Accommodation means a place to live. Duration means length of time. Reputation means how people think about something. Priority means the most important thing. Practical means useful in real action. Relevant means connected to the topic. And confident means calm and sure. Okay, Erica, that was a lot of talking about student visa interviews. Yes, I feel like I just applied to 3 universities and answered 20 questions in a very educational way. Thank you. That makes it sound better. Let's think about what we learned. First, we learned the basic purpose of the interview. We talked about showing that you are a genuine student with a clear academic plan. Then we talked about the beginning of the interview. We used simple phrases like, "Good morning, I'm here for my student visa interview," and "My name is." After that, we focused on study questions. We practiced answers for, "Why do you want to study abroad?" "Why did you choose this country?" "Why did you choose this university?" And "Why did you choose this course?" Then we moved to important details like course name, course duration, course start date, and what subjects the student will study. After that, we talked about money and support. We used phrases like, "My parents are sponsoring my education," "I have sufficient funds," and "I can provide supporting documents if needed." Then we discussed accommodation, future plans, and work rules. We practiced useful answers like, "I have arranged accommodation," "I plan to return to my home country after graduation," and "My studies will be my top priority." Finally, we shared practical advice. We said students should be honest, calm, prepared, and clear. Short answers with real reasons are better than long memorized speeches. When you break it down like that, it feels much easier.
Exactly. You do not need perfect English. You need clear English, honest answers, and a calm voice. And with practice, confidence grows step by step.
Now, we want to hear from you. This is our favorite part.
Yes, we always love reading your comments. Our question of the day is, what is the most difficult part of a student visa interview for you?
My answer is speaking calmly. I think many people know the answer, but they get nervous and speak too fast.
That's a great answer. For me, I think the most difficult part is giving clear reasons. Many students know what they want, but they need help saying it simply and clearly.
See, we have different answers, and that's okay. So, viewers, we want to know about you. What part feels most difficult for you?
You can write something like, "The most difficult part for me is answering financial questions because I get nervous." Or, "The most difficult part for me is explaining why I chose the university." Or, "I think speaking confidently is the hardest part for me."
Please tell us in the comments. Write, "The most difficult part of a student visa interview for me is blank because blank." It helps us make better videos and helps you practice writing in English.
So please leave a comment. We'd love to hear from you. Thank you so much for spending this time with us today. We're very happy you joined us for this English lesson.
If you enjoyed this video, give this video a big thumbs up. Click the subscribe button and the little bell. That way you won't forget to join us for the next lesson.
You are all great students, and we're proud of the effort you make. Keep practicing. Remember, simple, clear answers are often the strongest answers. Be honest, stay calm, and trust your preparation. Step by step, your confidence will grow.
Goodbye.
Goodbye, everyone. See you in the next lesson.